What's up, everybody? Welcome to part 2. These are the Instagram questions. Here we go. How old are you, bro? I want to make it by the time I'm your age. I'm 18 at the moment. Don't know what to do right now. Fresh out of high school. Okay, I'm so fucking glad and excited that you answered that you asked this question. I feel like if there's one determining factor that's gonna have the greatest impact on the outcome of the rest of your life, whether you're a man or a woman, whatever it is what you do directly out of high school. Okay, you have to keep the momentum going 100%. Okay, you cannot stop. A man is gonna rust away before he wears away. So that basically means if you're staying stagnant, and Colonel Sanders said that shit, he's a G, you need to look him up. That basically means if you sit still, you're gonna rust away and die a lot faster versus if you're working yourself to death. So do not take a break. Keep running 100 miles per hour. And this is the thing, it doesn't matter what direction you're running in, as long as that momentum is pushing forward. So whether you're going to enroll in a junior college right away and be a full-time student and have a job at night, you're going to, I don't know if you're an athlete, I don't know what you do. So whatever you do and whatever you love, run into this shit 100%. And right now you're probably saying to me, well, I don't know what I like. I don't know what I love. Well, check this shit out. If you don't know what you love, just go to school, get your job, but start surrounding yourself with everything that makes you feel good. So put fucking posters in your wall with quotes that you like, people that you admire, shit that you look up to. Listen to music that touches your soul, like the shit that you listen to when nobody's there. And if somebody wants to change the shit when they get in the car with you, be like, man, I can't fuck with your shit. Because the most important thing that you're going to do right now is figure out what makes you happy, what moves you, what touches you, what makes you feel good. And once you have all these things, books, movies, TVs, posters, all this shit that's surrounding you every single day, all the things that you love and all the things that make you feel good and feel like you're going to take over the world. In that time, you're going to figure out what you love, and what you love is going to determine who you're going to be, because you're going to do what makes you happy. And if you can make money off of what makes you happy, then you've made it. And that's the most important thing. Don't get caught in this rat race of doing shit that you don't know why and you're doing it just to do it. That's the most important thing, man. So man, that takes me back when I was 18, but that's what I did. And the last thing I'll say is, you're a man now. You're 18. The rules change. The game changes. The consequences change. Right now, I don't know, you could have a girlfriend, you have parents, you have friends, you have all these different outside forces that are pulling at you in different directions. Your girlfriend has an opinion. Your homies have an opinion. Your parents want you to do this. That's why I say figure out what you love and what makes you happy inside, because you're going to live with the consequences of the choices of your life. Your parents aren't going to live with it. Your girl is not going to live with it. You're probably going to get another girl. Your homies ain't going to live with the decisions and consequences that you make. It's only you. It's your life. You're a man, and that's what being a man is. So hope that helps. Question number 2. From Assassin Hernandez. It's a blessing to be a blessing. Got mad respect for you, bro. You're so close to making it in the big leagues and you stay humble. Don't change that. Question is, Valentina or Tapatio sauce? God bless. That's a good ass fucking question. I'll tell you this. If you're fucking with Mexican food and Latin food, you gotta put Valentina on the shit. If you have like homemade, I'm not talking no fucking whitewashed ass tacos, gentrified ass tacos from Echo Park. I'm talking about real fucking tacos that Abuelita made or that you're gonna get at a fucking taco truck. For some reason, they taste better in Valentina. I don't know why. But if you're gonna eat bodybuilding food, American food, for some reason Tapatio tastes hella good on egg whites, and Valentina, I don't know, it just doesn't go with the egg whites. So that's what I would say. Alright, question number 3. Do you speak Spanish? Claro que sí hablo español. Question 4. Oh my God, this is a real question. And I'm glad that I'm going to answer this question right now. Even for the people who can't even relate to this, it's just good that whoever wrote me this question, I got mad love for you. And mad respect, and I hope that this gives perspective to people that don't know anything about this. I'm a young girl from LA, actually, and I have a very personal question for you. I came to the U.S. with my family when I was about 1 year old, and I've grown up as an illegal, undocumented person. I can't even describe how difficult my journey has been, being split between two worlds and not having any rights. I feel like I live in the city of opportunity, but I can't take advantage of it. I'm 19 years old, fresh out of high school, and work at a restaurant. I want to be a model and an actress, but don't know how to get started. Sometimes I don't know who to ask or how, so thought I'd ask you. Damn. I could talk to you for hours on this subject. this is such a difficult situation. First of all, thank God, you know, like I would never try to act like I understand this. Even though I'm Latino, I was born in this, I'm biracial, I was born in this country. So I was privileged and know how privileged I am to have been born in this country because, you know, I'm a documented citizen. You know, however, lots of people in my family, all the people in my family, went through this. A lot of my homies went through this. And I had a lot of people, this has such a, fuck the legal effects, this has such a psychological effect on young brown people in this country. I'm not, like this, to not have papers, I had homies that dropped out of high school once they figured out they couldn't go to college and they couldn't get a job and they couldn't get a license and damn near became suicidal and went on a fucking path of self-destruction with drugs. And, you know, like a lot of times we're growing up in these environments where, you know, like we're on the fucking border between joining the hood and not joining the hood and wanting to go to school, all these external factors. And then your mom, a lot of times you don't even know you're illegal. And then your mom tells you, actually, mijo, we brought you here when you were 6 months. We brought you here when you're 1 year old. So you can't go to college with your friends. You can't get a license. You can't do none of this shit. This is true. I had homies that say once they found that shit out, they're like, man, fuck this. I don't know why I waited so long not to join the hood. And then went and joined the hood. And then went and started slanging dope. So this is something that's so close to me because this perpetuates brown people in the community to become criminals because there's no other option. I know people that, I have friends that have graduated from UC Berkeley and other top Ivy League schools. I'm talking UC Berkeley, Ivy League schools that have law degrees, that have master's degrees, but they can't practice because they don't have their papers, because they don't have a license. They got private funding to go to college through private scholarships, and they can't practice even though they have a degree, and they're waiting tables, waiting for Obama and the government and, you know, everybody to pass the DREAM Act. If you don't know what the DREAM Act is, you should Google it, but I'll tell you really quick. The DREAM Act basically says if you pursue higher education or join the military, then you can become eligible to become a citizen, which makes sense, but they've never passed it. So with that being said, without talking 2 hours about, you know, how fucked up this is for our people, I would say this, man. First of all, being a young woman, you know, I praise you, a brown, beautiful woman. Like, all my heart and soul goes out to you. And I can't sit here and say that I have the answers for you, but I can tell you this. Nothing is impossible in this world. There's always, where there's a will, there's a way. There's always a way to overcome the most impossible, darkest situations. If this is really your dream, if this is really what you want to do, this has to have a priority over everything else in your life. Everybody's specific case when it comes to this is different, so I can't tell you what to do or where to go. I don't know the logistics of your case. You know, I'm assuming, I don't know if you came from Mexico, El Salvador, it didn't say, or some other Latin American country. But I can say, don't ever lose the fire inside your heart. Don't lose your will to live. Don't lose your will to survive. But the most important thing is, don't feel like a victim and don't feel sorry for yourself. If you feel like a victim and you feel sorry for yourself, they've won, because you start to develop an identity based around losing. And I can tell you, being a dude that came from the neighborhood, that type of psychology gets in you, and it can affect you so horribly wrong. And externally, you know, you could be saying that you believe in positivity and all this beautiful shit and reading books, but internally, if it's rotting away with that identity of a struggle and a victim, and, you know, no, even if you have every right to feel like a victim because you are being victimized, that's the thing that's going to destroy you. So for sake of this video, I'm going to tell you, I'm gonna tell you, man, pray, work hard, be smart, seek after people that can invest in you. You know, don't be a lost cause. Like, I have this touches home so much. I don't want to, I could talk all day about this, but my heart goes out to you, and whatever you want to do in this life, you can do it. And I really hope that I'll see you at the top. And the light just turned off. That's crazy. But if y'all can still see me right now, thank you for all the Q&A questions. I'm going to come back with more next week. And everybody out there, much love, man. Much love. We're all family in this motherfucker. You know how it is. Young Muscles from the block to the top, baby.